to thank our sponsors, Cigar International. Tony, thank you again for having us on. How you doing today, man?
Oh, we're doing great, man. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming back out again, and always thank you guys for being so flexible with your scheduling of the podcast and everything. Tonight we have a couple of things going on. We have a Cars and Cigars car show going on out there. We got some nice rides.
Yeah, got some nice rides out there. Man, I almost thought Q was gonna go back home, man. This dude.
Hey, man, that's sort of been my hobby, man. I feel some kind of way, man. I forgot that was going on tonight.
Yeah.
I pulled up. I was like, where Q at, man?
Yeah.
I saw those Mustangs. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep him in this seat tonight.
Hey,
I know.
With all these Mustangs out here.
And the guy that's out there is the one that tuned one of my Mustangs.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a real deal out here.
Yeah, it's a lot of money I spent out there right there.
Yeah. There's some beautiful vehicles out
Nice
there.
rides
So,
out there.
I think that they're going to be here till about 10 o'clock tonight. So if anybody wants to come out and look at some beautiful rides, man, that's
Or bring their ride out.
Or bring your ride out, exactly.
Okay.
You don't have to pay for anything. It's a just find a spot out there.
Right.
And the other thing that we have going on tonight, we have Ashton Cigars here tonight. We're going to have them on with you guys here in just a little bit.
Right.
And they're going to be talking about the fantastic sticks, because like this Ashton Symmetry that we're all smoking right now.
Right.
We're going to talk about the fantastic sticks that Ashton has, along with La Aroma de Cuba and a few of the other brands that they've got. I think that you're going to be surprised.
San Cristobal
as well.
Right.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't make that connection with Ashton, San Cristobal, and La Aroma. And,
Exactly.
I had to be honest, I had no idea that La Aroma was part of the Ashton family.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite sticks.
It's one of the things that one of the goals of the podcast has always been to educate.
Yeah.
Educate our people.
Educate our people.
Educate our people.
And in the past couple of weeks, man, with our vendors that we've had,
Right.
we've been getting a whole lot. We've been doing some learning.
You took that right out of my mouth, because I'm telling you, like, every vendor that's been on the podcast, I have learned something new about, where the leaf come from, who all they roll for, and I'm thinking like, wow, I didn't know that, So, a lot of history out here.
A lot of history. Of history, and just like you guys have always said, the more information that you have, the better informed your decision that you can make. Sometimes we have a tendency, especially in the cigar thing, we tend to get stuck on something. And my man is going to tell y'all, we've got, if you get stuck on, we've got a couple of high dollar.
Wait, what just happened here?
Here we go.
You got to show that off.
I'm just saying, wait.
Goodness, I'm talking about the fire inspector. You get the fire inspector up in here in just a minute.
Show that off, man.
I'm just saying,
You talk about presentation. Thank you, Miss Natty. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
That is all about it. And it smells good, too.
It smells great, doesn't it?
That is our world famous Cigars International old-fashioned, smoked old-fashioned.
Smoked old-fashioned it is.
Are having right here. So they're one of the best in town, man.
It is.
What makes it the best in town? Do you know, or we bring one of them?
Dude, we
gotta bring one of them over.
We gotta bring Maddie.
I'm gonna go get Maddie. Somebody go get Maddie.
We need to go get
Or
Maddie.
Michael. Somebody go get Maddie or Michael.
For
Bring
sure.
them over here. Let's find out what makes these
When I
old
get
fashioned
done,
so.
I'm gonna go get them.
Please do. I want to find out what makes these so great. Maybe we can duplicate it.
No, we ain't giving our secrets, man. We ain't giving the trade secrets away, man. Not giving the trade secrets. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of the bartenders for you, and we can do that next.
They'll do that.
All right.
All right then. So, as he's doing that, we're going to transition to another segment, and we're going to transition right into our business section. So, one of the things we did tonight is we brought a business owner, a business entrepreneur, someone that I know real closely. Wasn't expecting to see here tonight, but we have a little history, and so we actually have a lot to talk about tonight, because I wasn't expecting to see you, and I'm certainly proud of what you have accomplished.
Man, if it
and
wasn't
how
for you, I wouldn't have transitioned into a new career. And I'm glad to say that I learned a lot from you.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. You brought a part to Okay. So, bar manager. Okay, we're gonna give it a mic real quick. So, we just wanted to find out what makes this old fashioned such a great old fashioned.
So we do it the typical classic way to make an old fashioned. We use a Demerara cube and we muddle it with a little bit of simple syrup. And then we go in with your favorite liquor of choice. We'll do 3 ounces of that. It's usually like 3.5 here. And
Might
then,
take a 4.
yeah.
You might want to say 4.
We stir it and pour it over a big rock for you. And
Okay.
then the Luxardo cherries, that's a must-have, and a fresh orange zest.
So, Manny, you said it best. It's the classic old fashioned.
It is.
Because nowadays everybody want to do a spin-off of the old fashioned. Right? I
Right.
had a butterscotch old fashioned. And I'm like, that's too much, right?
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, I just want a regular, nice old fashioned.
Yes.
And if it's got the right proportions to it, you can't beat it.
Yes,
Can't
and the
beat
fact that we're able to smoke it too in our smoker boxes, we actually use cedar that comes in the cigar boxes, so we never run out, and we smoke it with some fresh cedar as well. So.
Really, it's got a good aroma to it. I mean, it's like still in the drink.
You know, anytime I want an old fashioned and I'm asking someone to make an old fashioned for me, I always say, you know how to make an old fashioned? And I watch their expression.
Yeah.
Because people that know how to make an old fashioned, they start smiling. They start smiling.
Right there.
It's almost like you hit this button in the back. Then it's
Right.
you're like, boy, you have no idea what's about to happen to your life.
Right.
I make one drink at the house. That's it.
Old fashioned.
Okay, yeah.
Old fashioned.
Yeah.
Right.
And it helps because here we have all the correct ingredients. You know, we got the big
Right.
block ice, we got the Luxardo cherries, and then we have a wide selection of bourbons and whiskeys as well.
But there y'all go. If you don't know anything about old fashioned, you want to try old fashioned, and you don't want to have a bad experience with an old fashioned, then you probably want your first old fashioned to be right here at.
Yes.
See, I
See.
didn't ask.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
I love the presentation.
The presentation was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, that was off the chain.
All right, man. So talk to us a little bit about. First of all, tell us who you are. Tell the people who you are.
My name is Kevin Johnson. They call me KJ Cuts. I moved here from New Jersey back in 2016, and I attended Aries Maestro's Barber College, and proud to be a graduate from that school, and been cutting ever since.
Man,
That's what's up.
I know.
That's what's up.
I'm not gonna cry.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
I'm not gonna do it.
What's that Maestro saying for again?
Man,
My yes starts the road of success.
oh man, y'all used to laugh. Oh, school. I was the oldest person in the school, man, in my 50s, man, and I said, I'm gonna be successful.
Right.
I said, if he could do it, I could do it.
But you know, at the same time, you become inspiration for someone else that feels like time has passed me by, or my opportunity is not here anymore.
Absolutely.
So you become inspiration for someone to say, hey, look, it's never too late for a career change. It was something I love to do.
Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
that was my whole inspiration. When I moved to Texas, I was working in corrections, right? I was a captain in a correctional facility.
Okay.
I got hit by a car in 2012. I have grandkids and great-grandkids now. And I said, I never want to hear any of my children or my grandchildren say I can't.
Right.
So when I saw Maestros and with that theme, I said, you know what? I'm gonna take on a new career. And so far, it's been working out for me. Yes,
It's been
sir.
working out for you. That's
Oh,
good.
man.
That's good. That is good.
You know, the barbershop is located now on 3099 College Park Drive,
Okay.
right here in the Woodlands,
Okay.
off of 242 and 45, on the second floor of Uptown Salons,
Okay.
Suite 203.
All right.
Full service barbershop.
That's what's
We
up.
take walk-ins as well as appointments.
When you say full service, talk to us about some of the services that you guys provide.
Man, we do all types of fades, ball fades, taper fades. My beard work is phenomenal.
Hey. Hey.
You say phenomenal.
Hey, hey,
phenomenal.
hey,
Phenomenal. I've never heard. I never got a phenomenal beard. You know.
You never had this?
Well, you know, I was never told it was a phenomenal beard cut. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
I might have to go
man.
get me a phenomenal beard
Oh,
cut.
it's
You know what I mean? Because I never was. I was in the chair earlier. I didn't hear. Hey man, I'm gonna give you this phenomenal beard cut.
Hey man, so your razor work is bad now.
Ooh.
I already knew what he was saying when he said that. I already knew. I knew he was going with that.
It's funny, man, because I didn't get my kit right away.
Right.
I bought a razor, right? And my instructor gave me a balloon
I had to.
and some shaving cream.
Come on,
And then she
man.
moved away. I said, "Why you move away?" She said, "You gonna bust that balloon?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna. I grew up in the Bronx, man, so I know how to use it."
Well, you play, right? Look at what that, bro.
Yeah. So it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's good work, man. So, what were some of your challenges in, as far as that was concerned? When you made that move.
The challenges for me was to actually learn the terminology.
Okay.
Because different regions have different names for haircuts.
Okay.
So I had to learn what the young folks were doing. And then once I figured it out, and Aries would tell me, push through. He said, do what you're afraid to do.
Right.
Okay. And I muscled through it.
Yeah.
And one of the difficult things was actually taking the exams, because you have a lot of information that you have to recall, especially sanitation.
Right.
You
That's
stay
most
certified.
important.
Like this is something, like I said, once you get it, no one can take that away from you.
Not away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is a vocation that you take with you, that you can take that skill anywhere and utilize it.
And since I've been a barber, I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of travel. So I've been to Costa Rica, I take my kid with me.
Hey.
I've been to South Africa, I take my clippers with me. Dominican Republic,
Take your clippers with me.
no, I left my clippers.
Left with
Whoa, easy.
Easy now. They ain't going everywhere.
We can make the DR true.
No, they can't make the DR trip.
No,
Not the
at all,
DR
not at
trip.
all. But it's been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I wish I would.
It's supposed to be fun.
A long time ago, I remember going back home to New Jersey, and my barber. I had a barber at one time. He said, "If
I know all about that.
ooh, I like it." And he said, if I knew that you was interested in barbering a long time ago, and I wish I would have known, because it's a lovely field, man, and we touch a lot of people, man.
Right.
And like you said, it's an inspiration to the young folk. It is.
Yeah. Man, so you are basically, let me say this. You have an inspiring story. A very inspiring story.
Yes, sir.
And the fact that I was there along the journey, I must say, I'm one of those individuals that believe in mid-course adjustments. Right. Like, I'm a firm believer in mid-course adjustments. I believe that at any moment, no matter where you are, whatever path you're on, whether that path is good or whether you think that path is good and is really a bad path, until you realize that it's not the path that you're supposed to be on, it's never too late to make a mid-course adjustment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, you can have a 4-wheel drive vehicle. That don't mean you have to stay in the woods.
There you go. Right. There you
So
go.
I had to make a change, I had to make a change. I'm here. I don't want to just be one of those old guys that's sitting there on the couch drinking beers and what do you
Old fashioned.
and gaining weight and then my wife telling me I got honey-do lists to do. Honey, I need to do this. I need to do that. So I come out, and that's my own personal sanctuary.
Right.
Going to the barbershop, man. I love it. I love it.
That's good stuff. So, how did you guys make it through COVID? What kind of experience was that for you guys?
Well, for me, it was all about the sanitation. You know what I'm saying? Long as the chairs were 6 feet apart, we had masks, and we sanitized everything. I've never been so clean in my life. Oh man. But it was a great experience for me, man. COVID, the shop closed down for approximately 5-6 weeks. And then when we reopened and relaunched, it was business as usual.
Did you guys close down immediately when they were like, shut the doors? Y'all did?
You didn't have somebody call you on the back channel going, hey, I got to get cleaned up. not saying I didn't make that phone call.
Hey, listen, I'm not snitching and I'm not telling you. We don't know if anyone's watching this.
Right.
Hey, listen, no, sir.
Okay.
Not at all, sir.
They were making rounds, and I know. they were making rounds, and I know. So I've been hearing a lot of talk, man, about. There's two things I want to talk about tonight, but I've been hearing a lot of talk about the prices of haircuts now, and a lot of people have been complaining, like, about the prices of haircuts and what we're charging now when it comes to haircuts. How do you feel about it?
Right now, man, you have individuals that will go to these different locations, and I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them the plugs, but you know, they'll give you a free beard so that you don't realize what type of cut you got, and they'll charge you $10, $15 and get you in and out in 10, 15 minutes. But then they come to me, want me to fix it. And I remember what Eris told me a long time ago, you'll make more money fixing other people's stuff. And I take that straight to the bank. People come in, you have all different hair types, you know, Hispanic, Caucasian, black, you know, and they'll come in and they went to some of these other shops and they get jacked up.
Right.
And I'm not going to comment on somebody else's, but they didn't push through and finish the fade.
Right.
And they'll come in and say, well, can you fix this? And I look at it and say, you come to the right place.
You came to the right place.
Hey, Faded Glory. You came to the right place. I got you.
What's the name of the place again?
Faded Glory.
Faded Glory. All right.
Glory.
All right.
Yes,
So KJ, so we talked a lot about the business perspective of cutting hair.
Yes, sir.
But this guy been cutting my hair, man, for almost 25 years now.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about the family perspective, because you know, not only does he cut my hair, right? He cuts my son's hair. He's 22. He's been cutting his hair since about 12, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I hear more intimate thoughts about what's going on in my son's life through his barber than we brings home.
Listen.
Right? So I know that barber seat can be like a mentor chair, like it's like a decompression chair. Talk to me a little bit about what you see in your chair. What comes in your business?
I've seen grown men in their 30s and 40s come down and they sit in a chair and they would share things about their personal life to me and then just break down and cry.
Right.
I had one gentleman worked at the airport and he would say, I haven't spoken to my father in 3 years. And then he'll open up and just share what's going on. And I told him, I give him advice. I said, listen, don't give up. You know, call him Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a month. Then switch up. Call him Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday for a month. I said, he'll come around, especially if he's in my age bracket. After a while, you know, we get hard.
Right.
And you might not have a soft spot for that kid, but I come to learn after about, I'd say it was about 4 or 5 months cutting his hair, he finally got in touch with his dad.
Right.
And that was a great moment for me.
And that's part of the service that people don't realize. I mean, you don't get charged extra for that.
Not at all. Not at all.
I mean, that's just part of the experience.
Not at all.
And, you know, I've been sitting next to people that's had these stories. Hell, I've sat there and had that story.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And it's the collaboration that you get to sit in that barbershop. Like I said, you sit there, you can release and just talk about things that, because you have a sort of intimate connection with your barber, right? It's different because it's like almost that priesthood, right? You can talk to him, and you know that conversation is right there between that chair and those clippers.
What goes on in the barbershop
stays in the barbershop.
Stays in the barbershop.
No doubt.
I have kids that are on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to sit still, and but you show patience and love and kindness to them. And I would cut their hair, and they would go to their first homecoming.
Yeah.
And he's shy, he's reserved, and I say, hey, listen, go over, you got a nice cut.
Right.
Once again, that Faded Glory, you got a nice cut.
Right.
Go over to the young lady, wink at her, take her hand and ask her to dance. And he said, Uncle KJ, I tried it and she turned me down.
Yeah.
I said, don't give up.
Right.
Never say that you can't or that you're unable.
Right.
And when he finally got that, oh man, when he finally got that dance, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Oh.
So let me ask you this. Another question. Because, we can talk this thing all day, but
Yes, sir. Right.
So enhancement.
I don't do enhancement. I'm not paying. You go to Earl Schreiber if you want to get your hairline painted in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not covering up any. I'm not covering up any amount of errors. The very few.
Are they still open?
Do they do that? Do they have that in the South?
What's up, Mako?
We had
Mako.
Hey, you go to the body shop and get that done.
Yeah, Mako.
I'm giving you straight clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
I
what
got you. All right.
So you're trying to tell me if I go ball on my own? That's what you're telling me?
I don't know.
Ball is not a bad thing, brother.
I mean,
I agree.
we can tattoo one on, bro. We can tattoo on one on. I'm taking that class right now. Get you filled in, baby.
Yes, sir. You get those enhancements, right?
Yeah.
And in Texas, what? It rains off and on.
Right.
And the next thing you down,
Going outside,
start
sweat.
dripping on your shirts.
Right.
Nah, we're not doing that. Nah.
Right.
Not at all.
You looking at me, bro?
Hey, look.
What?
If the first time you see a ball smile in my head, just go ahead and cut it all off, man.
I'm just gonna tat it in. I'm filling this in.
I'm good with it, man. Just don't get rid of it. I'm not that attached to it.
No, that don't come off. I'm gonna tat it in. Like,
While I have it, I'm going to take care of it.
Yeah.
But when it's gone,
let
when
it
the
go.
signs are there, I'm not going to walk around with George Jefferson, man. I'm done.
Yeah, you done.
Right. I'm not
gonna do it.
I'm not going to have that cul-de-sac in front of my head, man. I'm done.
I'm glad that you said that. My barber, man, he would stand behind the chair and edge the front up and the back from the same position. He said, hey, brother, you need to let that go. He said, you need to let it go. He said, the haircut is free, but I'm going to charge you $50. No, he said, I'm going to charge you $50 for the hair in your nose and in your ear. I said, Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, man. That is hilarious. Man, man, you got a nice vibe.
Hey, man.
You got a nice vibe. And so
appreciate that.
I'm gonna say that to say that, I know that connection is everything when you sit in somebody's chair.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And being able to being able to connect with that barber, because you letting this guy play around your chakra, and and that's a sensitive place, because whatever he's going through, now you about to be going through in a sense.
Yes, sir.
So I want to say, man, I salute you.
I appreciate you.
I honor you, bro, for the commitment that you made, and you carried through, and you went through. I just said I wasn't gonna cry. I ain't doing it. But yeah, you came through, man. You came through, man, and I watch you.
Was it tearing up?
No,
A little bit.
not at all.
A little bit.
No, we can't say
No,
that.
not at all.
Not on there.
No,
Right?
not at all.
It's a little smoky. It might have been a little dusty.
That's
Yeah, a little dust.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
I
Bless you.
appreciate y'all greatly.
All right.
All right, KJ, good meeting you, man. All right.
Yeah. Shit. Man, give me a few minutes.
Yeah. Jordan, catch your mic right there. So we. All right, guys, welcome back. We're bringing in Mr. Jordan from Ashley Cigars. Jordan, thank you for coming on our podcast today, man.
Yeah,
Good to
George.
meet you guys.
Pleasure, brother.
So, first of all, let's just get right into it, man. So, you set us up with a few display cigars out here, and we were talking about that y'all just brought this one back, kind of like early summertime. So let's start with that one right there.
Yes, so the Noblesse We released this, I believe, 2014, 2013.
Okay.
Basically, the only thing that's the same about this is the name. That's it.
Okay.
Brand new blend. Previous blend was a Habano. This is a Mexican San Andreas Oscuro. So it's going to give you that full body. I don't know if y'all smoked it, but the notes when I smoke it is I get dark chocolate, like lava cake, and like brownie.
Okay.
And then obviously the second I retrohale it, it's like the back of your head explodes.
It blows up.
Powerful, yeah. But really, really good cigar. Obviously, if you know Ashton, you know we take pride in our artwork, as you can see on the box, and our marketing team does a really good job.
Right. So first one, I want to kind of backtrack a little bit, right? So I was telling you before, like I had to do some research. So Ashton's has been part of my humidor collection since I first started smoking cigars. Before I even had a humidor, right? When I was still putting cigars in a Ziploc in the refrigerator, I had Ashton, right? But at some point, I felt like I kind of graduated from that a little bit, right? And I started hitting some of the aromas, and I was like, man, this is a good cigar, right? And I really fell in love with it. And so now it's like a staple currently in my humidor. I had to do research to realize that was actually an Ashton cigar.
Sure.
And we were talking earlier, you were like, that's
yeah.
something that you get all the time. I mean, so like kind of lighten us, or the audience on that, like kind of bring that home for us, the fact that y'all have so many different lines out there, but Ashton's the name that sticks out in everybody's head.
Sure. So let me just first say, everyone, you know, in the cigar industry knows Ashton, right?
Right.
You know, we're really fortunate partnering with the Fuente family.
Okay.
Real life Fuente.
So all of our
Fuente.
All right.
yeah.
all
So
right.
the Fuente family for Ashton, and then La Roma de Cuba and San Cristobal is the My Father factory, the Garcia factory. So we have really two like top of the line, you know, manufacturers.
Right.
So.
That's his favorite cigar.
Yeah.
That's his favorite cigar. And so it's weird, like I say, because the fact that you bringing in that name, we had no idea, right? So, like I said, I'm a big La Roma fan. He's a big, our father fan, my father fan. And so the fact that we kind of figured out together, like, man, Ashton made that cigar. And that was really like eye-opening for us.
Yeah.
Right. And so like I remember like really stepping into my first high-end cigar, right? If you want to call it high-end, was Fuentes, right? I go to Vegas 3 or 4 times a year. And I remember in Casa, Fuentes is like the only place you can really like get the Fuentes cigar, right?
Sure.
And every time I went, give me a haircut before I get on the plane, and this one right here, like, hey man, bring me a kit back,
Because you couldn't get it anywhere
You
else.
couldn't get it anywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't get it
And
anywhere.
just to know that Ashton really kind of brought all that home.
Sure.
So I'd like to get you kind of talk about that a little bit more also.
Yeah, I mean, we're like I said before, we're really lucky to partner with both of those top of the line, manufacturers. Ashton's been around since the early 1980s, and then shortly after, like I said, partnering with the Fuente factory, and then shortly after that, the My Father factories.
So, do they produce the cigars for y'all? So explain that process for us a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so the Fuente factory does all of our manufacturing for Ashton.
Okay.
The My Father factory does all the manufacturing for La Roma de Cuba and San Cristobal.
Okay. Man, that's good to know. So, all right, of all of the brands you guys make, what's Jordan's favorite line to smoke, or his favorite cigar to smoke?
Favorite cigar to smoke?
Right.
I mean, they're all...
Of the Ashton's family now, so what's your go-to? We don't want to step out. Don't get fired.
We're trying to keep you employed, brother.
Right.
Well, believe it or not, my first cigar was an Ashton VSG.
Okay.
Full body. I was like a senior in high school.
Full body.
So you were like
Very full.
blue in the face by the time you were done.
Blue in the face. Yeah.
I don't want another one.
Right.
Naples, Florida, deep sea fishing with my uncle.
Oh my God, that's
and he
too many
goes,
wrongs, man.
He goes,
saltwater, waves, full body cigar,
Boat rocking.
Yeah.
You done.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have to stick with VSG for sure. Great smoke. Again, our quality is top notch. VSG.
All right. So obviously, that was probably not an average person first smoke, right? But kind of walk us through your line. So like if you were introducing cigar smoking to a novice, right? Hey, I want to smoke my first cigar. Where would you direct them? What would be the first introductory cigar that you would bring somebody in on that's never smoked a cigar before?
Yeah, I'd have to say our Ashton White Label.
Right.
Ashton Classic.
Which one is that?
Our Ashton
Ashton
Classic.
White Label.
Okay.
That's what I start out with. Yeah.
All right.
I have those in my humidors.
Smooth.
Right. It is smooth.
Creamy.
Very flavorful.
Yep.
Right.
That's one thing you guys are known for. Like it's light, but it's
Right.
Right. So when anybody thinks of Ashton, they think of that particular
Right.
cigar.
Because it's not a very hard punch. It's
Right.
more flavorful than anything. Like
Yeah.
you can smoke it. You can almost hotbox it to a point, and you're all right when you get done with it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and then even our Ashton Age Maduro. A lot of new smokers, they see a dark wrapper and they try and stay away because they think it's full body.
Right.
That
Automatically.
is such a mild,
That's a Maduro.
smooth.
Stay away from it. It's too strong. Right.
Yeah, this Ashton Age Maduro is smooth, great smoke. So definitely one of those two.
So my question is, how did you end up here? Like, what's your background when it comes to cigar smoking? How did you get thrown into this environment, this culture when it comes to cigar smoking?
So yeah, again, it all started in Naples, and I didn't know any brands, nothing about cigars, until my uncle gave me that Ashton, and that's all I knew was Ashton.
Right.
And kind of got in. It's an expensive hobby, right? So
It is.
yeah, no, was heavily involved, going to my local cigar shops in Naples, Florida, where I lived at the time, and just said heck with it and applied. So here we are.
So you're just like a self-learning. You taught yourself
Yeah,
pretty much the ins and outs of the cigar world.
yeah. I'd like to mention too, if you guys are familiar with Holtz up in Philadelphia, I worked a little bit of retail up there as well.
Actually, I'm not familiar with that.
Well, if you're up there, I would check it out. It's
We'll be going real soon.
top notch.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to catch the name of the place in Philadelphia because your guys are
Sorry, Colts?
Holtz.
Holtz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holtz. Okay. How long have they been around?
They've been around since like the late 1800s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, long time.
So are you like the regional, so explain to us your position with Ashton and what do you do for them here locally?
Yeah, so my position is sales representative. We have 17 sales reps all across the United States. So my territory, I cover North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, a little bit of Missouri, and like a little bit of Louisiana.
So you say North Texas, how did you end up in South Texas down here? Or is this considered North Texas territory?
Correct.
Is it? Okay. And so when you come down and make these visits, you say you were in Katy a little while ago?
Yes, sir.
So like when you make your rounds, like how many stops do you have to make when you get down like in the Houston area?
Man, it really all depends. Like, I try and hit as many accounts as I can, right? I love going.
Are you going for your top 10%? Or are you going like are you going like the biggest volume? Or you kind of like take turns, I hit these 5 this trip, next time I'm coming down, hit these 5? Like how do you like?
Man, I just, hit every account I can, regardless of volume or, income. Each, cigar shop is different and they're unique in their own ways. So yeah, I don't like to leave any out for sure.
Got you. So when you come down here, all right, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. When you come down, what's your favorite place to hang out at?
Cigar International.
Good answer.
Which location?
Which location?
This location.
This location?
Oh yeah. Right here.
Great answer.
I love it.
And who's your favorite podcast?
This podcast. This one right here.
This one right here. Great answer.
Great answer. Great.
Believe it or not, this is my first podcast I've ever been
Is
part
it?
of.
Man,
Really?
you sound great, man.
Yeah.
So how's the experience for you?
A little nervous, but I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you got everything working, man. You got the suit.
Right.
You got,
right. You look pretty
you
decent
got
there, man.
I look the
You look
part.
the part.
you got the suit. You got the beard. I mean, like,
Right.
Yeah, you
Put us
good,
on
man.
some good cigars. I mean, hey, what more could the brother ask for, man? He's doing well, man.
I'm sure our line is blowing up like with the ladies right now. Like, so
That's right.
yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
Hey, don't get him in trouble. I don't see no ring in the finger. Don't get him in trouble.
That's what
man.
he said.
Yeah.
Don't get
So,
him in trouble.
so question we always like to ask pretty much everyone that's on our podcast. So, how have you seen the cigars and the culture of the cigar unite individuals, and how has that played out in your life when it comes to relationships?
Oh, I mean, the amount of people you meet just walking into a random cigar shop
Right.
and hearing their story or whatever it is, it's insane. Like, just, the relationship building is very unique. And,
Right.
you got your blue collar guys, you have your doctors, you have your lawyers, you have your, athletes all over. So
You never know who
No.
you're gonna meet.
Exactly.
Yeah, this it puts you in the place where like you just never know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna be talking to, and this one stick just brings us, it unites us, and it's like you forget about anything else other than okay, who are you? And we got something in common.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that one thing that's in common is we both love a real good stick. And this is a great stick, by the way.
It's real smooth.
I'm glad you recommended it. So
Ashton Symmetry,
this
one
is
of my favorites.
This is a great stick. I'm just sitting over here going, man, this is my first time smoking this stick. But it's
So
a
even
great
Tony
stick.
was like, man, we smoking these tonight. I was like, okay, Tony, he made like an executive decision.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so the unique thing about the Symmetry is, like I said before, all of our Ashton products are Dominican. The Ashton Symmetry, hence the name Symmetry, it has, in fact, Dominican and Nicaraguan filler.
Okay.
Very unique cigar.
yeah, it's real smooth.
Yeah,
too.
very smooth.
So
Not
where are you
bitter at all.
No.
No, it's real smooth.
where are you guys when it comes to a price point? If someone wanted to know, like, where you guys sit for as price points when it comes to your cigars?
Say $10-15 range.
That's good.
Good price
bad.
point.
That's a good price point.
Yeah, good price
That's a
point.
good price point.
Because once again, so a lot of times, I know me personally, I will buy cigars in bulk. I might be having an event at the house. 80% of my friends are cigar smokers, right? There's that 20, right? That 20, they want to hang with the 80, and they want to get a stick from the humidor, and they take one puff from it, and it sits in the ashtray the rest of the night. That's like throwing away good barbecue right there, man. I can't stand it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I can't stand that, right?
So we start building a different box for those individuals.
Right.
Like we set that box and say, hey, you guys can have this $5 box.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, even we talk about the ash and white label. Like sometimes that's even too much for them, right? You got to put them, you got to give them in that $5 price point.
Sure.
Right? Like here, like this, hang out with us, and I don't care if we finish it or not.
Yeah, I would say for price point, definitely La Roma, original,
Love aromas.
and La Roma, Connecticut as well. Both
Right.
of those really good price range.
Right. Like I said, it's one of my favorites just because I can go medium, I can go full body. And it seems like sometimes you take certain cigar lines, and if you try to go from a full body to a medium body, the taste, you lose that taste for it, right? But the La Roma, I love the flavor of it. And like I said, I feel ashamed because I did not know it was an Ashton cigar.
Yeah, like I told you before, if I had $1 for, I get that
know.
question
I'm guilty.
all the time.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
But again, all three great brands. So.
They are. Right.
And it's easy to get behind that as a sales rep. It's so easy to push our product, when you're confident in it, right?
Right.
And it speaks for itself.
So you guys have anything new coming out, or anything that you want to talk to the people about, to look out for, or that you guys are pushing right now?
Yeah, so like we touched on a little bit ago, the La Roma Noblesse, which is
Okay.
right in front of us. That re-released in June. Early June.
Re-release.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a completely different blend. The only thing that's the same is the name. We came out with this Noblesse in 2013, 2014. This came out June 1st. Completely different wrapper, San Andreas Oscuro wrapper, and then obviously we changed a little bit of the color format, but great cigar, full body smoke.
Will you guys be at Big Smoke?
I was just about to ask that.
In Vegas, right?
Yeah, Vegas.
I won't be there, but a few of our guys will be there.
They will be there in Big Smoke. Okay.
Yep.
Y'all hear that? They're gonna be at Big Smoke.
So actually, that's where I think I got my first. In fact, I know that's where I got my first aroma from was Big Smoke.
Big Smoke.
Right. So I went there. They were one of the vendors. I got one, and I have to admit, it was one of the cigars I just kind of threw in that big bag they give you. Right. Just kind of threw it in the bag. Didn't think much of it. I went for some of the brands I was more accustomed to. And I remember I got back home, and I had more than one. I don't know. Some kind of way I came home with like 4 or 5 of them. And I don't know. Went on the back porch and went to take me a smoke. And I was kind of down, and my inventory's a little low in my humidor, right? So let me try this one out. That's a pretty good stick, right? That's a pretty good stick. And so, had it not been for Big Smoke, I probably never would have gotten introduced to that stick like that. Sure. So so it's good for you guys to get out and do some of these big time events. So we got Big Smoke in Vegas. Also have the big event they have in Tampa. So it's good that you guys get out and can provide the opportunity for people to explore or experience different sticks that they wouldn't normally just step out and go get.
Sure, yeah, it's all about educating the consumer,
right?
And that's all that matters. So,
right.
To get out there in the market, educate, it truly makes a difference.
It does. Right, that was a great experience. Once again, I got turned on by. Yeah, I never would have known about Big Smoke had it not been for him. So yeah, looking forward to it. Another couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
it's coming up.
It's coming up. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it this year, but I certainly had the opportunity to experience it several times, and it's nothing like it. You know, I think it kind of helped me understand what I like in a cigar because I had the opportunity to, just explore so many different cigars, and it helped me really understand my palate and what I like in a cigar. And that was really going to take me to my next question for you. What makes this cigar such a great cigar? Like if you were talking to someone about this cigar and you were explaining to them why smoke this cigar or our cigars, what makes your cigar such a great cigar?
Sure. 100%. It's
He was like, wait, you talking my language now?
No, yeah. Quality.
Okay.
We offer the best quality tobacco. Again, Fuente Factory, My Father Factory. I mean, 2 of the best. Like we offer, top tier tobacco.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen a shift like in the market when it comes to the smokers?
Regarding
culture, regarding female smokers.
Right, so the uptick in like female smokers.
Yes.
Have y'all seen like the uptick in people that didn't really fit the demographics 5 years ago that you see now have become 100%. Heavy consumers?
Females,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Female.
And we hear that every podcast.
Yeah, every podcast we hear that.
Even outside the podcast, we hear that just sitting around in just different lounges. So, what do you think contributed to that?
Again,
we know it's just a shot in the dark, but we just ask.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it has to do, it's a luxury item, right?
Right.
We
like
all
to say like a status.
Right.
Right. We remember Michael Jordan winning all those championships.
Yeah.
What's the first? What do we remember Michael Jordan winning those championships? He had a ball wrapped up in one arm and a cigar in the other, right?
Exactly.
Or the championship trophy in one arm and a cigar in the other.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we remember.
Yeah. So again, cigars, it brings everyone together,
right.
Like we touched on.
Right.
Great conversations, and so far, I mean, I think it's going up and up. So.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Man, we thank you for coming and
Yeah,
sharing
no
your
doubt.
sharing
doubt.
your knowledge with us tonight.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
and,
man.
and I think we just love being educated because
Yeah,
you
no
know
doubt.
we don't know everything about the cigar culture, and so when we sit down with individuals like yourself and you start sharing knowledge about where it comes from, and not just where it comes from, the other individuals that you roll for, and and
Right.
just how big the brand really is that we don't see, from the on the back end of things. It just kind of opened our eyes up to a lot of different things, and now you just introduced me to a new favorite stick, and I'm loving it.
Happy to hear that. That's great.
Jordan, next time you come to town, we'll get your information, give us a shout. We'll come hang out with you, even if it's not CR Conroe. We'll still come hang out with you. We appreciate your company, man. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no
Anything you
doubt.
want to say to the people?
Smoke them if you got them.
All right. Thank you so
Jordan.
much.
Man, that was great.
All right, so we close out for a little bit. We started talking with Jordan some more, and we were like, man, we had so much more information we could have been sharing.
Yeah.
And like I was sitting there looking like, man, this is one gorgeous lighter, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Like I was like, Jordan. So it's like $50 for this lighter,
Yes, sir.
right? I have spent way more for lighters than $50, but I promise you, this lighter would never see fluid.
Yeah.
It would never see my cigar box sitting back over there. It never would see my cigar box.
Nobody's touching it.
Nobody touching my lighter.
Right.
And this not going outside. This
Staying inside, yeah.
Yeah. So it would just sit basically in my bourbon room next to my cigars as just a showpiece. This is a very nice.
Classic.
The array of colors that you guys go with, it just bring home. So I've never been to Cuba, right? I had a trip playing to Cuba, and number 45. Right, we ain't gonna talk about my Cuba trip that got canceled, but I have been to South Beach, Miami, Ocean Drive several times, and in that area, La Havana, that area, right? I've been to a lot of cigar spots down there in
Oh, yeah.
right? You'll be driving and you'll see some car that's painted this lime green, and like the colors really match the brand. Just
100%.
looking at everything, it's just the array of creativity that was put behind this.
Yeah. Because you look at the artwork, you're going, wait, man. They put just as much. And so it's like, okay, I'm looking at the artwork and thinking about the stick at the same time. I'm going,
Absolutely.
Once again, the artists, we thank y'all for joining us once again. Appreciate y'all signing in. We want to give thanks again to Cigar International Conroe for having us out, sponsoring this with us. Because if nothing else, that is inspiration.
right.
That I love giving inspiration to people who feel like they're not inspired. And so we hope KJ's story reach out to someone and give them the inspiration to go out and pursue their dream, no
Right.
matter what their age, no matter what their circumstances are.